Today I'm going to talk about tolerance levels, or maybe I should say the lack of tolerance levels. So, you know that moment when you realize that your tolerance for nonsense is just gone? I mean, completely evaporated, like poof, vanished. It's like things that used to get kind of a polite smile and a nod now get an absolutely not. I swear, I feel like one day I woke up and I just thought, if one more person sends me a quick favor kind of email or text, I'm moving to a cave. And I don't mean like a cute she shed kind of cave. I want just peace, just silence, and no Wi-Fi. In fact, I'll tell you a little secret. My husband and I would have we had a like ongoing joke, and it was that we had a separate bank account full of money that we called my bail account. Because once I got to that point, it was like my tolerance level hit an all-time low. So let's talk a little bit about this because it's not a personality change. You didn't just wake up and you had a complete personality shift. And it's not that we got mean all of a sudden either. What I truly believe is that when that happens, we get clear, right? Like maybe a little hormonal too, but there's actually science behind the sass, if you want to put it that way. That's kind of cool. The science behind the sass, let's talk about that for a minute. So when estrogen starts to dip, our people pleasing chemicals take a total nosedive with that estrogen level. So the same hormones that used to whisper to us, be nice, nurture, make everybody happy, all of a sudden they clock out. They're gone. And what's left is you looking around like, wait a minute, I don't even like half of these people I'm around. But it's not just the biology part of it. By the time we hit midlife, you've got enough life experience to qualify for like a PhD in human nonsense, right? We've said yes to everything. The bake sale, the committee, the projects at work that somehow all of a sudden became your responsibility. Every committee at work or in your community, your home community, or at your church. And we finally get tired enough to realize that our peace is cheaper than people pleasing. And emotionally, we've been through enough that we crave calm like we crave our caffeine. Like, I don't want chaos. I don't want drama. I want to know that I'm eating dinner and nobody's texting me about a project or a problem at work or texting me, we need to talk. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? There was a time when you'd text back, and I did too. Oh, sorry, just seeing this because heaven forbid somebody thought that you were busy. Now you might text back a few hours later with, oh, hey, catching up. No apology, no guilt, just a different vibe, right? You used to sign up for every volunteer slot, like, I don't know, you were auditioning for sainthood or something. Now, maybe you find yourself saying things like, oh, no, I can't. I'm already booked that weekend with my sanity. And my favorite one, if you're like me, you used to over explain boundaries like, I don't know, like you were negotiating getting a hostage back. Now you say, that doesn't work for me. Then you take a sip of your coffee and you think, okay, next question, who's next? Right? It's wild how this happens, right? Somewhere between 40 and 50, you just like stop needing to explain why you're not doing dumb shit anymore. Your BS filter goes from like loose mesh that everything got through to the doors on Fort Knox. And here's the kicker. People notice and they start saying things like, "You've changed, Lori." And you're like, "I have. I need my sleep." Right? And the truth is, this stage of life isn't about things getting harder. We've spent years raising families, building careers, getting through all the getting harder years, right? Now it's not about getting harder. Life is about getting healthier. It's about recognizing that your energy, your time, your peace are all currency. They're valuable, and you're done making bad investments. You're not colder, you're clearer. And you finally realize that inner peace is not something that's up for debate. It's not something that you're willing to negotiate about. So here's what I want you to know. Or maybe think about this question. Like, what's your biggest nope in midlife? Or what was your biggest moment of nope? That thing that you used to put up with, but now it's a hard pass. DM me and tell me about it. I want to know, or tag me in comments somewhere on social media, or email me and tell me about it. I want to know, what was that thing or those things that you used to put up with, but now you're like hard pass on it. No more, not doing it, not putting up with it. And bonus points if you tell me a story about how someone clutched their pearls when you did it. Because here's the thing about it. Those moments, that clarity that you gain, that's growth. That is actual progress and growth in this period of midlife. And I'd love to hear about it. All right. Go protect your peace like it's your full-time job. Because I don't know, maybe at this stage in life, I feel like it kind of is. And if anybody doesn't like it, then tell them, here's what you can tell them: my estrogen made me do it, and leave it at that. All right. See you right back here next time. As always, I appreciate you spending time with me, and I'll see you back here again. Bye.